This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
AJ now. Oh, and a Styles clash out of nowhere. AJ Styles stacking up Balor, who happens to kick it too. It was the positioning. He hit the Styles clash, but I don't think he got quite all of it.
Welcome to Didn't Get All of It. This week on the show, the downward trajectory of Trick Williams continues as he removes the curse of the TNA Championship from Joe Hendry. Plus, AEW Double or Nothing happened, and the usual Raw, SmackDown, and what the hell is happening with NXT talk. I'm Paul Griffin, and joining me is a couple other people. Not all of the Fatal 4 that you come to know and love, but a Fatal 4 that you will know to love and come. Joining me first is Cody.
I'm coming.
Also here is Pro Wrestling Noah.
Love and Come is the name of my memoir.
Okay. And also here is, you know him from Didn't Get All of It, Japan. It's Will Housell.
Tell me they need a minority to come since B-Rob wasn't here, so I came.
B-Rob not here because he's celebrating Memorial Day.
Oh, he died?
You know, we used to take the holidays off, but not this one. Why didn't we take a week off?
That's what I was saying last week. No one was listening to me.
We love the troops.
Apparently not. Apparently not enough to take a week off of podcasting.
What else are they going to listen to in heaven and or hell?
How did you guys spend your Memorial Days?
Man, we went to a nice restaurant on Memorial Day. Went to the local high class eatery here in Houston, B&B Butchers. We had ourselves some Wagyu katsu sandos.
Wagyu. I've never been there before.
It's good. The wait staff kept coming over asking, how was that? Like, they were all like very interested to see what we thought of the Wagyu sandos. But it was a good time. And then also that same weekend, after I got a nice haircut, it was a beautiful day on Saturday here in Houston. And I thought, you know
like
what?
A 95 out?
It was like in the 80s. But I was like, man, it's such a nice day out. I live right next to an arboretum. I'm gonna drive over there and I'm gonna take a walk in the park arboretum. And I walked around for an hour in nature and soaking up vitamin D. I felt amazing afterwards. We love nature. And I think I'm gonna keep doing that. I was like, honestly, so inspired to like
not
work out
podcast
again.
Apparently, because you could have spent that hour recording about the Nintendo Switch 2.
Listen, what's there to say?
I don't
it
know.
Isn't even out yet.
I haven't heard anything about video games since you stopped recording. I don't know what's out. Is the Xbox 360 still a thing?
Fortnite!
I mean, the Oblivion remastered came out, so in a sense, the 360 is.
Y'all playing Fortnite? They got Jar Jar.
They do have Jar Jar. They also have AI-generated Darth Vader that people have a lot of opinions about.
Ain't nobody playing Fork Knife.
Oh, dude, so many people are playing Fortnite.
Yeah, like me. We'll play it after we finish this.
So many people are playing Fortnite.
I need to finish the Battle Pass.
If it was B-Rob, he'd be playing Fortnite right now.
For real, though, do keep an eye on that feed. It will be coming back soon-ish. There's some stuff happening at work that's made it difficult for me to record that podcast in a way that where I don't have to like stay up till 10 at night on Sundays trying to make it happen. That will make it so I can make it happen.
Just record on a different day
on Sundays. That's difficult. My schedule.
I know it's difficult to do podcasts because I refuse to do other ones. So I get it.
Yeah. Watch the feed though. It'll be coming back soon.
I also did some nature this weekend. I took a trip up to Maine.
Yeah, what were you doing up in Maine?
I was looking at lighthouses, eating lobsters.
Did you have a lobster roll?
Just Maine stuff. Yeah, I got 3 of them.
3?
Yeah,
you did send
they do like
a picture
flight.
of that, and it looked delicious.
Yeah,
I'm so
they do a
jealous.
flight of lobster rolls, and you can pick all different types of styles and sauces and things. And I got like a jalapeno mayo one. Real
Ooh.
good.
I heard there's a difference between lobster rolls from Maine versus elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it a style?
So Connecticut style is like warm, but Maine style I think is just like cold.
Isn't one of them with butter and the others with like a bunch of garbage on it that nobody wants?
Sounds like a Chicago dog.
Let's say, is this like a deep dish versus Detroit style situation?
It's like a
Sort of.
Wisconsin old fashioned where everyone else makes it right, and then Wisconsin puts soda water in it. I think that's Wisconsin. Anyway, we haven't learned anything.
Don't they have cheese in Wisconsin? What are
Yeah,
they doing with soda
they're the
water?
cheese heads.
What do they know
No, they
about
ha-
soda water?
They have cheese everywhere. Did you know that North Carolina doesn't have yellow queso?
What?
What?
Everywhere I get queso is white queso, and half the places call it cheese dip, and I have to order pico de gallo on the side so I can make it taste good.
If you order queso, do they look at you funny?
No, they're still Mexican.
Like, what is
Does
this
Al-
queso you speak of?
Does
They're just
Alberto
like, wow, this
live in
guy's
North
cultured.
Carolina?
He must be from the South. The only place that has yellow queso here is the Superica that they have, which they had in Houston, and that's pretty close.
That's weird. I mean, I don't knock a queso blanco. I'll fuck up a queso blanco, but still.
It's
Isn't that a Street
It's just
Fighter
not-
character that we were talking about last week?
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns is going to
Yeah,
play
if
queso
you
blanco.
if you mash the punch button, he gets all like sparky. Blanca, everybody.
Well-
I got your reference. Don't worry.
I don't get gaming references because my source for gaming has not been providing me with content for months.
We'll come back. I
What am I supposed to go do? Go to a website that doesn't exist anymore because they fired everybody yesterday?
That did happen.
Could be anyone. Could be talking about any of them.
Hey, Giant Bomb lived.
They did.
Everybody was so worked up over that.
I was very worked up.
I was too.
Every time they get rid of that Jeff dude, you just got to relax. It's just like someone who joins the Trump administration that you hate. They'll be
was
gone soon. Jeff will just come back soon. Don't worry about it.
It was a different Jeff though. There's been 3 Jeffs at that website.
That's a lot of Jeffs. You only need one Jeff. And you can move
I
that
beg
card
to
from location to location in Pokemon or Marvel Snap. Not Pokemon Snap.
I do love that Jeff.
Pokemon Snap's also.
He's also a
just a
menace in
little guy.
Marvel Rivals.
I noticed on the Today Show this morning that it is shark season again, which is the time of year where they tell you that shark sightings are up and people are getting bit, and they don't ever say because it's summertime. They're like, ooh, this abnormal thing is happening where people are getting eaten at the beach. And I'm like, they weren't at the beach a month ago.
There weren't asses for sharks to bite at the beach, and now there are.
The sharks have probably been there this whole time, but nobody's been checking. Love that shit. Can't wait to see the first person they bring on with no leg that had a leg at the beginning of the year.
Jeez. My God.
I was just out surfing. I got eaten by a shark. It's like, yeah, you're surfing on their house. Don't surf on my house if you want to keep your leg.
I'll bite you.
That's fair.
I'll bite that butt. Speaking of biting butts, I saw a clip from AEW Double or Nothing. Maybe it was the pre-show. I can't believe they gave that away for free.
They
The
certainly,
Anna Jay and her new partner, who's also a butt girl.
Yeah.
she's more of a chestal region girl.
I don't know.
Just-
That's like the whole reason why they were paired together. That like their whole
They're-
tag team dynamic is I have big ass, you have big titties.
They're just fine milk either way.
I love that it's like, if this was WWE, people would have so many problems with it. But here it's like, no, it's woke.
That's just
If,
what
like,
they
if-
do here.
If this was a Vince McMahon thing, it'd be totally different.
Yeah, but I mean, like they are very tongue in cheek about it. They are like very like
Yeah,
this
who
is the
wouldn't want to be
reason why we're
tongue-in-cheek with
doing
Anna
this.
What happened on this fucking show?
You sit that with that one for a second. Yeah, well, that happened. It was fine. There was also the other 0 hour thing that I think I like got up to finish making dinner.
They did some flips.
Yeah, I bet they did. Then it started off with the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Final, Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter. And boy, Jamie Hayter sure did remind me that she's very good at professional wrestling.
Yes.
Like, holy shit.
I mean, also credit to Mercedes. I feel like everybody gets shit on, but like Mercedes still very good.
Yeah, they're both very, very good. I feel like Mercedes has been getting a lot of shine lately about, for how good, it's been rare that she's had a bad match lately, but I feel like it's been a while since we've been reminded how good Jamie Hayter is at all this, because she's been, showing up on Collision every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But she got to have a absolutely crazy good match with Mercedes here, with like a 50-50 hot crowd. Like there was equal support on both sides of this match, and it was really exciting to watch. And there was definitely a few like close finishes with Jamie almost winning, but then Mercedes eked it out at the end. But it was a very like gripping match to watch.
They're gripping that,
right? You will, yeah. Saw that coming right as it came out of my mouth. Then
hey yo. Yeah, I agree with what you guys are saying. This was a very good match.
Yeah.
Although, very obvious outcome, because Mercedes was wearing pink.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, everybody who's won the fucking Owen Hart tournament wears pink.
Why don't they just all wear pink? Then they all win.
Well, no, Kyle Fletcher wears pink, and he lost in the first round.
No, but in the finals.
I know, but I'm saying you can't just wear pink and assume to win.
No, you go wear it in the finals, and then you win.
Yeah. Then, like, following this was Nigel McGuinness got back in the ring with tag partner Daniel Garcia versus FTR. This match was fine. Definitely not as good as, like for Nigel McGuinness, definitely not as great as his match against Bryan Danielson, which, no surprise there.
This match was the third longest match on this show.
It was pretty long.
Oh, wow, it is. Okay,
and it's completely unnecessary.
I mean, it was FTR, so it makes sense. They love doing long matches.
This match mostly bored me.
I
they could have cut 10 minutes off this, and it would have been much better.
Yeah.
I just hope Nigel gets to wrestle Sabre at Forbidden Door, and then he gets to ride off into the sunset.
Oh, is that something that people are clamoring for?
They've been since he returned.
Okay. Then
also very weird that both companies were running like very similar announcer
that's what I said last week. Like as soon as this one started happening, I was like, this is like the whole Gunther Pat McAfee situation on the other company.
Finish to this was almost identical to the Pat McAfee match.
Was it really?
Yeah, Pat McAfee passed out in a submission.
Okay.
So did what's his face here?
Nigel McGuinness?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Weird.
I thought the Mark Briscoe Ricochet stretcher match was very fun. It wasn't no right to be amazing. It was a blast. It wasn't like something that I'm going to tell everyone that they need to see. Like, oh man, this is grade A wrestling. But it was just a lot of fun, silly stuff happening. But also like a decent amount of violence. Like, God, Briscoe, I think, bladed a little too deep. He was gushing all over the place during this match. Yeah.
I love a feud where it's just who is more bald.
Yeah, and he brought out the cleaning supplies and shined up Ricochet's head. That was good.
That's good stuff.
That was a good bit. I really liked this match. I thought it had a lot of unique, fun spots, and Ricochet is low key having a Wrestler of the Year type of.
He's
year.
doing great. Yeah. just consistently fun, entertaining stuff he's doing.
I wonder what he does in All In, honestly. I've been trying to figure out like where he goes from here. Like he was teasing on Dynamite, like putting together a stable.
I don't know if I
bunch of bald boys.
Bunch of
Oh, they can bring back the Baldies from ECW.
I don't think we really have to talk about Hurt Syndicate versus Sons of Texas because I barely remember anything about it.
They hurt people.
They hurt people.
Yeah.
And they certainly did that.
I hurt my ability to stay awake during these fucking shows.
I think Sammy would be a better wrestler if he wore a mask.
Yeah.
Like if you told me he wasn't Sammy and he was like hologram Dose, he'd be a real hooper.
I was reminded how much I like how Sammy wrestles. And also that I don't see him do that anymore because he's in a tag team championship run on ROH.
Right.
So I don't see that. Speaking of belts, there was a match for the Continental Championship. Champion Kazuchika Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey, who was sporting Balatro themed wrestling gear.
I got
which
so
was
excited.
Amazing. It was so good.
God.
I loved it so much. And all the gaming dorks on Blue Sky were just just gushing all over it. It was so good.
Now, Paul, Balatro's a video game?
I've heard about video games, but not recently.
Happens soon.
I do think that the last time I listened to a podcast about video games, they were talking about this new game called Balatro.
That was what, last year?
Yeah, that was last year.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've edited one of Noah's podcasts and not listened to it that week.
But yeah, this match was good.
Fine.
Again, not something that I'm super remember a ton about. But
Okada's really on coast mode, I think, until the Omega match.
Sure. Whenever they're unifying that title.
Which is All In. It's gotta be All In.
Yeah.
I disagree with you guys. I think this was my match of the night.
Really? Wow. Okay,
yeah.
I want to hear this.
That's why.
I don't know. I went into this not caring in the slightest, and they completely won me over and hooked me. Which, pro wrestling, when it's really good, that's when it's really good, is when a match can just take you on a ride. And by the end of it, I was fully invested. There were some great false finishes towards the end, and I loved the finish. I just thought the drop kick in midair, followed by the Rainmaker,
that was
a great finish.
Really smooth, and I don't know. I thought this was a lot of fun, and it was a good tight 15 minutes.
16:05, but yeah.
Yeah, it kind of struggled to get going at first, but yeah, once they got into that next gear, I was pretty locked in.
Yeah, I agree.
And then another belt, AEW Women's World Championship champion Timeless Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa. And this was also a pretty great women's match. I feel like they really played into the history that these ladies have, and also kind of Shirakawa knowing Tony's playbook recently, when Tony locked in the small package and she was able to kick out of it. I was like, oh, okay, we're still going. There's some cool moments like that, I thought.
I liked when Mina used Luther as a prop and rolled on him.
Oh yeah, that was good too.
Cool.
I like when Mina dances.
I do too. They should just song this out, the damn song with the lyrics.
Mm-hmm. And then they kissed at the end, and everyone was excited about that.
They all came.
They all came to Double or Nothing to watch the ladies kiss.
That video of Tony teasing Mercedes has 1.2 million views already.
Oh yeah, right. That.
And that's just how many times Will has watched it.
True.
Ooh. All right. Let's talk about it. This is the thing that everyone's talking about with this thing. Anarchy in the arena. Kenny Omega, Willow Nightingale, Swerve Strickland, and the Oops versus the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. This thing was a hoot and a half. There's a lot of stuff that happened in this match.
I'm always impressed because every year they come out and do this match, and I'm always like, okay, we're gonna do all the cool plunder shit. How can you top it again? Somehow they figure out a way to top it every year.
Yeah,
it's very impressive,
and to just make it a lot of fun. I did think that it was maybe a little too lengthy in spots, especially when So they start the match off with like, hey, like let's get some music going, and they start playing the Pointer Sisters, the theme song.
Oh no! Before that, they were playing
Dynamite.
Before that, they were playing the Founding Fathers music.
Oh right, yeah, because Matt and Nick came in as the founding fathers of AEW, wearing like colonial soldier outfits.
There were some cool entrances on this show. Swerve's like Predator entrance.
Oh yeah,
sick.
This cool mask and blade gauntlet. So yeah, they were playing that music, then they started beating them up, and then they started playing Pointer Sisters.
Predator entrance.
Vince McMahon.
Velveteen Dream.
See, I already made the joke on the other podcast, so I couldn't make it here.
Wait, did you make that same joke?
Yes.
Fuck. Hang on, let me do another one.
And it went into the commercial too, so you would have heard it.
No, I wasn't listening.
God,
Paul's like, let me think of
You
another.
know who else had a good Predator entrance? Matt Riddle.
Sure,
So
it's okay. My joke catered to the Japanese crowd, so it's fine. It's fine.
And this match catered to millennials who are
The
fans
sickos.
of new metal in
This
the
match
2000s.
This match went into catering. There was
That's
frying
true.
pans being used.
Frying pan.
I mostly enjoyed this. I think the music bit is it's a little
They
too
started
much.
playing Drowning Pool, by the way.
4 times in a row.
4 times in a row.
And it ended when
looped.
Claudio threw Samoa. Was Joe? He threw Joe into a
No,
speaker?
it was Swerve.
Oh, sorry.
Claudio did the swing into like Swerve's head into an amp. Which, why does that turn off the music? That doesn't make sense. No. Was it funny and a good visual? Yes.
So
It's the same thing when people get thrown into the aprons now with the LED
yeah, it's all
boards.
staticky for a minute.
And it's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. It's not how that
It's
works.
cool. So Cody started it. I obviously didn't watch the match, so I'm not going to comment on the match. But do we like the music bit? Because to me, it feels almost played out since they do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, it's one of those things where it's like, if someone comes up and says, wouldn't it be funny if? The answer should be, yes, let's not do that.
I think the way they presented it in this match specifically was cool. And also, like, the crowd was so into it. I've seen so many, like, POV TikTok videos of that moment in this match, and just, like, the whole crowd freaking out.
Well, so the moment initially when Kenny called for it and they played it, and then like Swerve did his top rope plancha in sync with the first like drop of "Let the bodies hit the floor," like that was cool. And then they played it like 6 more times, and it was like, all right, please
and
stop.
It was starting to drive me a little crazy. Like we need to end this, and then like maybe another go round of the song from when I was feeling that way. We got Claudio, swinging Swerve into the amp, and then it was over. And then the match went on for like another 10 minutes after that.
Now I don't want to sound like an old B-Rob here.
Oh,
or anything,
what does that mean?
but Samoa Joe didn't do shit in this match. I feel like he was like just a non-factor for 90% of it. He battled around outside with Claudio, which most of it wasn't even broadcasted. And then he just he took some kind of bump and then just disappeared for a long time, and then came back in the final stretch.
Hurt.
Possible.
I mean, because the story going around was that a lot of the roster's hurt right now, so I wouldn't be shocked if he just like, hey, let me just do whatever. Don't focus on me.
Yeah, I mean, out of the people on that team, it was definitely like Kenny, Swerve, Willow, and Hobbs were all the stars of that side.
I mean,
of the equation.
Are you shocked? Old man Shibata, who had his brain removed, should be taking deathmatch spots.
Yeah,
He put barbed wire on his leg. And
I got so excited.
it took a while though. He was like really struggling with it for a second there.
I do think that Kenny Omega and Swerve are like by far the best, like in this company right now.
They are.
Will
Ospreay for sure.
Will Ospreay's up there too, but
yeah,
those guys just like they shined in this match a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also like Willow and Hobbs. Like Willow obviously with having her ear chain locked to the ring at a point was crazy, and then
I didn't like that.
I really liked the visuals of the spot when I think it was Hobbs did a spine buster at the same time that Willow did a pounce.
Oh yeah,
and then Willow dropped down her
jacked.
Yeah, she like dropped down her overalls to reveal that she's wearing the same shirt that Hobbs was wearing, the big black and jacked.
Can we buy that
was
for
just a cool
B-Rob?
visual.
Can we buy that shirt from B-Rob?
Can I buy that shirt?
I mean, you can. Listen. If you buy that, I'll buy the Pokemon Go Fest. And I'll meet you with you guys.
All right, hell yeah.
You can only wear that shirt when you're cosplaying as Miles Morales.
I kind of was hoping for like a split second that during that spot when she revealed that shirt that like Shibata would hop up and all of a sudden have the same shirt on.
Oh god.
Let's talk about the WrestleMania 17 TLC match moment where both teams got extra help. Hook came out and used a golf club on somebody.
No,
Yeah.
Was it a golf club? I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a
a
crutch.
golf club.
Okay.
And then who is this other dude?
Gabe Kidd.
Gabe Kidd. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but
He's big in Japan.
I thought it was weird decision to have Hook come out first and like help, but then just disappear.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
he
that was the
immediately
story
left.
because that like Hook, I guess, feels slighted that they already went and replaced him with Hobbs. I'm assuming
I guess.
that's how
But,
it came
like-
off to me because like Joe invited him into the ring and he like immediately like waved him off.
Right. But I just felt like, I don't know, the heel should have interfered first. And then Hook comes out and kind of reluctantly helps and then leaves. I don't know. It just seemed weird that like why would he come out then?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
But it's okay
whatever.
because
Small
Mark
nitpick.
Briscoe sat in an ambulance for 2 hours and then he came out.
That kind of popped me.
Yeah.
Still
But-
bloody as hell.
Yeah. And overall, like this match was like it was a little too long, maybe, but I was thoroughly entertained. by
Right.
the end of it.
There wasn't a point where I wasn't like, all right, this is getting boring or this is getting a little too ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with something like this where there's just so much going on,
Yeah.
I can understand it going 35 minutes.
Oh God.
I don't understand FTR
Sorry.
going 20 minutes
Yeah. Right.
with a fucking commentator. Like that's when these shows get way too long.
I had to mention the power bomb through the exploding table.
Which one?
That was a spot towards the end of this match. Kenny power bombed. I think it was Matt through, or maybe it was Nick. I think it was Nick through a table that exploded. Like literally, there was pyro that went off when he sent him through the table.
I don't even remember that, to be honest.
Yeah, that was-
I remember the Kenny Omega getting sent through a table with the Young Bucks weird like slingshot thing that they do off the
And
top
then
rope.
Swerve had the thumbtacks in his brand new sneakers.
Right. Yeah, there was that too.
I like those
uh,
sneakers.
Yeah, good sneakers.
If anybody's listening to this show that might have a connection, I'm a size 10.
Oh, you got baby feet.
He just did an unboxing. You might be able to get them from him.
Yeah.
What size shoe? What shoe size are y'all?
Well, Cody's a 10.
Mhm.
I'm also a 10.
I'm a 10.5, you little
Oh,
losers.
I got big feet. I'm a 13.
Yeah, you got things.
What the hell?
I got
feet.
big feet.
This man got thing feet and Hulk hands.
I do have rather big hands.
So I'll be completely honest. This match ended, and I was like, "All right,
time for the main event
time.
Yeah,
here we go." And then they started
yeah.
showing some fucking Don Callis and Undisputed Era shit, and I was like, "Nope, I'm good." And I turned this off, and I never got around to watching the rest of the show.
Match
So
holy shit! Okay, well, I was about to say. The only thing I really have to say about this trios match is that it's unfortunate that it was sandwiched between Anarchy in the arena and the main event.
Most unfortunate was the post match. Did you see the post match?
No.
So the Don Callis family all run out and they're beating the shit out of the Paragon. Then Brody King's music hits and he's standing on the ramp. And then Tomohiro Ishii standing next to him. Like, what the fuck is happening? And then all of a sudden, Hiroshi Tanahashi comes out, barely able to walk. His knees crooked in 3 different directions, and they all come down. And then Tanahashi hits the sling blade, I think on Fletcher. I don't remember on who. And then Cole hits the boom, and then they all celebrate.
Yeah, I just remember that happening and going, some like one of the Japan guys will tell me about this.
We're not even close to Forbidden Door yet. Why are we doing Forbidden Door shit?
Yeah, what Forbidden Door's in September, right? It's the show after All In.
Yeah, it's after All In. It's between All In and All Out, but still, it's like we're so far away from that. Why is Tanahashi here?
I don't know.
Like Ishii at least hangs around the AEW roster 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
but it's like, what are we doing?
Weird. Just a weird moment for a pop, I guess.
Sure, but you got some other people on the roster. You could have sent like hologram or some bullshit.
Yeah, people love that hologram.
I love hologram.
Yeah,
could have sent Jeff Jarrett. He would have got a pop.
Sent the Beast more toast out there.
Hey, listen. I know he's the heel, but that would fucking rule. He is a former ally of the Paragon. That works.
What?
You remember that when the Undisputed Kingdom was put together and then Wardlow disappeared? So then they started teaming with the Beast Mortos for some reason.
What? I don't remember that.
It wasn't part of the group, but like there was like a bunch of times where Roddy was teaming with the Beast Mortos.
What a weird time. What a weird period in AEW's history. Speaking of AEW's history, this main event played on a lot of history.
Good transition.
Thank you. Men's tournament final. Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay. I feel like a lot people on this podcast and people in our Discord, I feel like the prediction was Will Ospreay walking away from this match, with a chance to challenge Jon Moxley at All In. And it didn't go that way, and I think this is the better call.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this match is incredible.
Oh my god, this is easily my best matches of the year list.
Yes, yeah. Just like all the stuff with just them playing into each other's movesets, like the buckshot versus the hidden blade throughout the match,
or even like adapting for their rivals, where like Ospreay went for the V trigger into the One Winged Angel, and then
Hangman did big pressure.
Big pressure, yeah. I don't know what you call it in AEW. I always call it the jam out driver, but yeah.
Yeah, that just like playing off of their enemies. Also, Will Ospreay's Styles Clash onto the floor from the apron was also pretty cool.
AJ to quit his job and come wrestle in AEW.
But yeah, just a lot of because this match could have gone either way. The biting on the false finishes was really palatable. Also Ospreay did a V trigger as well.
Right.
Crazy.
So you guys are saying I should go back and watch this?
You should go back and watch this. It was nuts. And they showed respect after the match.
And it played into the promo on Wednesday.
Yes. Just really, really good stuff. Yeah, just the promo on Wednesday, by the way, just having Hangman, Ospreay, and Swerve out there. Such good stuff. And admittedly, I am very biased in being a very big Hangman Adam Page fan.
Right.
But
same.
I am just eating this up.
I'm
I'm so in.
The one thing I appreciate is that Swerve still does not trust Hangman. Like, Hangman's willingly, I want to work together. I want to make things right. But Swerve's like, fuck no, I don't want to work with you.
You burned down my house.
Right. That's because that's such a trope in wrestling I hate. Where it's like, oh, you're suddenly a babyface. We're cool now. It's like, no, it shouldn't work like that. You have quarrels. You have issues. That's little things.
Yeah. I feel like on this podcast we have been very vocal about like our disappointment with AEW in recent history.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they are starting to get back. I think they're really starting to embrace what makes them special, what sets them apart from, other wrestling companies, and embracing that, and not in a pandering way, but just like really valuing what they have on their roster. And
would you say
showcasing
this is
that.
their Thunderbolts?
Yeah, actually, I think that's a good way. That's a good thing to say about that. But yeah, that was Double or Nothing. I thought it was a great show.
Agreed.
I think I also really enjoyed Revolution from this year, but this is I would say in the ballpark of being that good and maybe even better.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
but that wasn't the only show that ran this weekend.
yeah. What happened on Roadblock?
You say Roblox?
Yeah, what happened on Roblox? NXT Roblox.
Oh. They had the Lady Ricochet and Ospreay match again with Sol Ruka and Kalani Jordan.
They flip.
There's been a lot of hot discussion about the finish to this match.
There has?
Yeah, from dorks.
Okay.
Who don't
What was the finish?
So basically, what's the big lesbian chick's name with the red hair? What's her name? I don't watch NXT. What's her name?
What is her name?
I was going to say Zendaya, but I'm like, what the fuck's her name?
Zarya.
Michi.
Zarya, yes, thank you. Zarya, right? Yeah, I think so.
Zarya Cueto?
Zarya here. I don't know. Regardless, the big alpha female chick, she tries interfering, and then the ref throws her out, and then Sol Ruka mounts the top rope and basically does like an inverted shooting star version of the Soul Snatcher. I don't know how that works. I don't like the idea, like, because people were like, "Oh, what was Claudia just standing there for? Why would she just move into it?" I'm like, "Who fucking cares? The move looks cool."
Yeah,
I mean, it depends how long she's standing there.
I mean, she was there for maybe a couple seconds, maybe at most.
If it's like a mellow match, it's one thing, but
I mean, it did look like she kind of dove into it, but I did think it was really impressive the way that like Sol Ruka went for it even before Kalani like dove for it,
right.
Like that she just like that kind of like preternatural instincts kind of kicking in. It looked neat.
I mean, there are a lot of predators in NXT, so it's very easy for that to happen.
Yeah, you know who's a good predator in NXT?
Velveteen Dream. Okay.
I don't think
he's not there anymore.
Hang on, I'm watching this move. Yeah, that
was
was
watching
stupid.
the Soul Snatcher.
Okay. Yeah, that was stupid. She like hopped into it.
Yeah, but it looked cool, right?
A little bit, but like
Paul is already not a fan of the Soul Snatcher in the first place.
Wow.
It's just a little convoluted.
It is, but it's cool, so I don't care. What else was on this card? What was the next match? I watched this whole goddamn show. I don't remember. Oh, it was the 6-man. It was the chair guy, Ty Dillinger, and his perverts. against actual section
NXT. So this is
This is actually a great way to
against
describe it.
actual sexual predator Josh Briggs and Hank and
Oh,
Tank.
no.
Wait, do we know Josh Briggs
Well, I
is a
love Hank and
predator?
Tank.
Oh yeah, no, Hank and Josh Briggs, big Me Too guy.
Like Me Too, notice me?
No, like Me Too. Maybe over the age of 2. I don't know. How does that work?
What?
Not that young. I couldn't think of a way to roll off the Me Too thing.
All right. Well, good
Anyways.
for him.
Anyway.
They had a 6-man, and then Josh Briggs' Japanese friend returned.
Oh, that's nice. He's only been gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
And Josh Briggs was very sad about losing his friend.
he's back, and he's based on NXT this week. He wants bigger aspirations than the tag titles. So you know what? Good for him.
What is that? Like learning how to wrestle?
Wow.
He's just a guy. He's not. I don't understand.
You should watch his speed match against which Ivar. I couldn't think of which Viking Raider it was.
Okay.
That shit ruled.
Hang on, let me pull that up.
It only take 2 minutes. What else was on this card? I should probably just pull it up instead of
Isn't
just like
Ivar Speed that like streamer that people like?
God damn.
Yeah, he got speared by Braun Breaker.
Yeah, Ivar Speed.
NXT. What was the actual name of this show?
Heatwave.
Was it Heatwave? What?
No mercy.
No, I'm serious. I don't know.
It's Battlegrounds.
What?
Are we sure?
Yes.
What was the Japanese guy's name though?
I don't know. Shohei Otani. I don't know.
How can I search for it if I don't know his name?
Just look up Josh Briggs Jap. I don't know.
Was
I
it
don't know
jacket
if I'm allowed to
time?
do that.
Jacket time. No, Josh Briggs should not be jacket time anytime soon. Oh, it was the Italians. They went Channing Sachs, Lorenzo, and Tony D'Angelo. That match went 15 minutes, and I was ready to end it all.
That seems like too long.
Because the guy that they implied Channing murdered came back to life, and he offered to give Tony D'Angelo a hug, and he said no.
Okay.
The Warrior guy.
What about the girl that they talk about all the time with the silly name?
No, she's on. They told her to go in hiding.
What's her fucking name? Ravioli or something?
Pablo Prigioni.
Rigatoni.
Prosciutto?
Pingus. No, she's in hiding or some shit. I don't remember.
I'd be hiding too if this is an angle I had to be a part of.
I legitimately cannot believe that Tony D'Angelo. Like I was thinking about this the other day. He's one of the most decorated NXT wrestlers of all time.
He's been there forever.
Like he's the North American champion, tag champion, the Heritage Cup. He's won a War Games. Like
He was on the debut episode of 2.0.
Yeah, he was still the Gabagool.
He still is.
Well, no, because I thought he was going to be a ghost because he didn't wrestle yet.
What else happened on this show? Wait, who's the new Don? Is there a new Don?
It's Stacks.
Oh no!
Cool.
What does that mean?
Why to meet the balls?
He's gonna have to fight Chase U now or something.
Oh yeah, you like the new Chase U?
I didn't know it's the different Chase U.
Yeah, you know, so that's the whole plot of the new Chase. I don't even watch NXT. How do I know this shit?
I know they were a different color.
Yeah, because like that was the stipulation when he lost to that what the fuck's his name, Ridge Holland. And they're like, oh, we're a new Chase U. We're cooler. We're edgier.
Chase, fuck you.
That's what they should be called.
That'd be awesome. Oh my god.
They can't say that on the CW.
You can't say that.
No one's watching.
It's the after hours.
That's why they have to call it Chase FU.
It's like the Raw's War. When they switch from Raw to Raw's War, that's the late night tours. You can say whatever the heck you want.
They need to do like they did that 3-hour Raw when like the third hour was like dark for a minute and they had the electric chair.
I was at that Raw when that first debuted. Oh.
What a thing.
Shit was hilarious.
Bring that back.
Stephanie McCoy and Jordan Grace had a good match.
Are we surprised that Stephanie retained here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially then it also got more ridiculous because like she got confronted by two ladies from AAA, and they're like, "Oh, are they going to challenge her or something?" Well, I mean, we find out it's just going to be a tag match at Worlds Collide, but it was very odd. But
And it's especially weird considering what happened on this week's episode of NXT, right?
Yeah, I mean, also the rumors Jordan's getting called up too.
Oh, well, then that makes more sense.
So
Where's
apparently
that rumor?
that was at the same time the Stephanie rumor came out that Stephanie's going to Raw and Jordan's going to SmackDown.
I don't think Stephanie's ready.
Really?
What? I think she's a little too nervous when it comes to talking, and I think
Are you talking about your wife, or are you talking about Stephanie McCoy?
Yeah. My wife, Stephanie Vicor.
It's my wife, you son of a bitch.
That's why when Paul goes into his bedroom, we hear him going, yeah.
That's the noise we make.
You have to wait 10 years for that. What are you talking about?
It's the normal human noise people make. I wonder if that's going to follow her to the main roster. I hope it does.
Unfortunately, it will.
It has to. Even she likes it. She pops herself when she's about to do the move.
It's the only English she understands.
It's still going,
Is English?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Universal. The noise of coming.
Well, anyway. Main event?
No, we still got another match before that. Obafemi took on Miles Bourne.
Oh, how was this not the main event?
Because TNA.
I didn't hear anything about this match. No
Well,
pun
neither did
intended.
Miles Bourne because he's dead. This wasn't bad. Like, I mean, obviously it's one of the weaker opponents for Oba, but like Miles held his own. He did pretty decent. It's not a match where I'll ever go back or I'll put on Oba's best of list, but it was fine. It was fine. They had some cool little spots. That's about it. But yeah, main event. Trick Willie and Paul's favorite Joe Hendry. They had a really cool video package with AJ Styles talking about the history of the TNA title. Did you guys see that?
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
It's really cool. It's on social medias where it's like AJ was talking about like, oh, this was the launching pad for some of us, and then they're like, this is like the redemption or some shit, or like a second chance, and they showed like Bully winning it and Kurt winning it and Drew winning it. And then the funniest was showing Penta winning it when Penta legitimately held it only for one day.
No one knows that.
Huh.
I do. I watched TNA at the time.
We'll talk about this when we get to the actual NXT show talk, but I have some complaints about how TNA is being portrayed in WWE.
But yes, Trick Williams is now the TNA World Champion.
I think this is great news for Joe Hendry and horrible news for Trick Williams.
Really?
Yeah.
That's ass backwards.
I think it's the other way around too.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Joe Hendry he's cooked. He's done. He's a complete joke.
What?
Hey, he's in PUBG Mobile. I don't know, man.
I think he's
They
fine.
they just need to toss him up to SmackDown.
You can buy his
Nah.
shorts now.
Old, marked for deletion. It's over.
I'm gonna be
It's
honest. Like,
literally Jover.
listen, I like Joe Hendry,
Nice.
but it's like I think he's better in spurts than as a weekly thing.
Probably.
Like that pop we get when the stupid face turns around on the screen, and it's like, oh my god, the Irish man, oh, it's the Scottish man that's singing along.
Yeah, but I feel like you could say the same thing about Jay the Yeet Man Uso.
Yeah, I
people
think
eat
he
that
stinks
shit
too.
I think the only thing I could see happening here, Cody could be right. I don't think he is. It's possible this is hey, we got to take the belt off this guy because we want to make him less of a meme guy and more of a serious guy before we sign him to this company. And
Joe Hendry's been a meme guy his entire career.
I know, but maybe they're like, hey, we want to freshen him up a little bit before we sign him to this company and never talk to TNA again. Or, I don't know. Like if I'm Trick Williams, like a guy who should have been called up 6 months ago, but had to turn heel and like do dog shit for the last several months. The last thing I want to be is TNA champion.
I like Trick, but I think someone put it the best. I saw it on social media where Trick's a mirror wrestler, where I think he works best when he's working guys like the Ilias or the Mellos, but then has dog shit matches with bad wrestlers like Ethan Page. Where it's like, I feel like if he goes and works TNA maybe for like a month or two, works with like the vets over there, refines himself, proves that he can hang with these kind of guys, I think that only does favors for him.
I guess we'll see. Well, we won't because none of us watch TNA, and so it's not going to happen. But we'll see what happens when he comes back.
when someone sends the tweet of the clip in the Discord,
yeah, that's when we'll know. Anyway, I'm glad you guys watched all of that. You know what we'll talk about when we come back from this break? That we're starting an hour into this fucking show. SmackDown and Saturday Night's Main Event and Raw and NXT. All those shows that people like. There's also news that we'll get to at some point.
And we're back to get some of it. Did anyone watch television this week?
I caught
some television.
A wee bit of SmackDown.
I don't even know if I own a TV, but I did.
Yeah, I watched a wee bit as well, Paul.
I watched
Money in the Bank season.
I watched Alexa Bliss talk, and I watched the Wyatt Six return to confirm that she was not there.
That shit sucked ass.
Yeah, it did. After what, a 20-minute tag match that ruled?
Why? Okay. Wasn't the whole point of this deal put together to attack, like people who abandon their families and like?
Who cares? Who
wasn't
fucking
that the
cares
point?
about the lore? Just let them be a team.
Right, but I'm saying like you already threw that shit out the window.
Yes.
All right, fine.
And
wait,
make
who
sure
did they
Alexa
attack?
stays gone.
Because they immediately
everybody.
attacked Montez. I'm like, that goes against and Fraxy Yum, which, oh my god, Fraxy Yum's new theme.
I haven't
hear
heard
that
this,
shit?
but I hear it's horrible.
It's all timer bad stuff. Like Def Rebel needs to go to super duper hell. Like what the fuck?
There's different hell.
Yes.
No, I think the lore is because Fraxium and Axiom, like he abandoned his family. He used to have a kid, and then he got rid of him.
Yeah, well, we also used to have Hope, Jobs, and Cash. Hang on, I'm about to listen to this Fraxium theme.
Is it bad?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
It's like some like late Saban era Disney Power Rangers theme song.
They're from the Streets of Rage?
I guess.
That's one of the lyrics. They said Streets of Rage are where we're from. We're Fraxy Yum. Actually, you know what? I take back this rules.
Is that actually? Did they actually have lyrics?
Yes,
like that.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna like kill our uploads. Someone needs to play this. Noah, you know how to do it, right?
Yeah, I already have it pulled up.
Oh, great!
Hang
This
on.
sucks so much. Why do they have little Dudley Boys bomb drops?
Because they're superheroes.
Smashing them, cracking them, body counts always stacking them, racking them to the maximum. Say it out loud, we flashing them.
Oh no.
Oh no! This is so bad.
Fraxy to SmackDown. They've topped close guard.
Oh, it gets worse.
DIY, most significantly, a non-title match against a banged-up version of the Street Profits. We'll get into that in a little bit. But it has earned them this title shot, Wade.
Yeah, I'll take
This
nothing
part's all
away
right.
from Fraxia, but for me, you should scratch that victory over the champs 2 weeks ago from the record box. I have no idea what GM Nick Aldis was doing.
Okay, that's enough. What are we doing? We heard it.
The Street Profits,
not great.
when they were
I was gonna say, I don't know what sounds worse, Joe Tessitore or that music, but goddamn, turn that off.
People need to bring. So everyone needs to bring signs that say "Fraxy Yum."
Okay.
Will Smith write that song? Like,
If only.
yikes. Anyway, the Money in the Bank qualifying matches also happened on this show. Alexa Bliss is going to be in Money in the Bank. I love that.
She
Isn't
should
that
win.
exciting? Should she?
I don't care. I just want her to be around all the time. Is that too much to ask? I don't think that's too much to ask.
That's a lot to ask.
Julia won too, right?
Yeah.
Which is a surprise because Charlotte was there. Who's snoring? What is happening?
Will?
What happened?
are you awake?
Who's snoring?
Who's snoring?
What happened?
Were you sleeping? Do that on your own show.
Sorry, I gotta carry over bits to all the shows.
Anyway, that was SmackDown. Wait, no,
Yeah.
the Wyatts returned. Did we talk about that, or was that in the break?
No, we talked about the
We
wives.
talked about that. Plenty of that.
Okay. Saturday.
Oh yeah,
That's
Saturday
the show
nights,
that's on Saturday.
Saturday night's main event.
Anything there?
Yeah,
Yes,
the
Cody
tag
Rhodes
match.
returned.
Yeah. Big Bronson.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened. The tag match, CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, was a lot of fun. Shout out Sami Zayn and CM Punk for their awesome ring gear. And I thought it was fun until Bronson Reed showed up.
Yeah, the alignment there doesn't make any fucking sense.
Not at all. And they did not bother to explain it on Raw.
I mean, they tried.
They didn't even try. But Paul Heyman was just like putting over Bronson Reed and saying that he
What?
beat the shit out of
Right, no,
Seth
so
Rollins.
I thought they were gonna do Seth he earned his respect, or was like if he
They didn't
can
even
do
say
this
that.
much. Right, no, they should have. They're like, oh, if he could do this much damage, imagine Seth working with him. Like, at least put some effort.
Okay, imagine.
I'm imagining
fucking
it.
dumb.
Seth Rollins is doing the exact same shit he always does, and then Bronson Reed is also there.
Now there were sunglasses.
The one thing I did like about it is like Bronson Reed attacking CM Punk is very logical, makes sense, and that would be a fresh program for Punk to work. That excited me. And then as the moment that he got in the ring and joined forces with Rollins Breaker, I was just like, what the fuck?
Do you think they're gonna pull Braun Breaker out of this group quickly?
No.
They should.
I'm only asking that because he seemingly did not know that this was something that they agreed on. Like, he's the one who's out of the loop, and they're just doing stuff without him. And I wonder if that's part of it. Is they're going to pull him out quick?
I mean, I think it would be smart. He's very clearly over. The fans want to cheer him. Have him turn face and just beat
The
everybody
problem
up.
is the fans want to cheer everyone in this group. Like, they can't stop singing Seth's stupid song.
Yeah, they got to change his
I'm
music.
shocked they haven't changed it.
Give him the Fraxy Yum theme.
Oh, God.
Just give him his
Hey,
Monday
it's
Night
me,
Messiah.
Seth Rollins, and I beat Bollins, and look,
No.
it's Braun Breaker, and we're gonna make her tap out.
I'm gonna lay the smackdown. They should just
Ready
give
or
him
not,
back.
here it comes.
They should just give him back his Monday Night Messiah music, since this is basically the same gimmick.
They should bring back Akam and Razor too.
I would like that. They did that.
I think Seth Rollins stinks, and I was hoping that this stable would fix that, but he's
I
just
love
being
presenting.
the same.
WWE has this great obsession with presenting old men as the future of their company. It's like, oh, Seth Rollins is the future of the industry. He's 39. Or it's
He's older than Dakota Kai. You could have at least let her be in the stable.
or it's like in NXT, like, oh, Ricky Saint's the future of the company, 35-year-old.
two guys I don't get. I mean, Seth is a good wrestler, obviously, but like the other stuff needs refreshing. Ricky Stanks ain't good though.
Speaking of stinks, Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green kind of stunk up the joint.
Yeah, the main takeaway from this was the botched, which like wasn't entirely her fault, but the botched 619 that busted Chelsea's face.
Well, it wasn't a 619. She went for it, missed, and then just swung her legs into Chelsea's face.
I was personally looking forward to Zelina losing this title and immediately going on the push Zelina train again. Being like, I'm so underutilized.
Look at my moody husband.
That should be her. She should just be his manager. And say, look at this moody bitch.
She should just be Andrade's manager.
Yeah.
That was the best.
It worked. It was good.
What didn't work and was not good was John Cena versus R-Truth.
You mean Ron Truth? Ron Cena? Fuck.
Ron Cena, you mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Stinky.
Was that an R-Truth problem or a Cena problem?
John.
Yeah.
This
This John Cena run is a complete flop. It
definitely is.
It's horrendous.
I mean, people were saying, "Oh, Vince was right." I don't think this is even like a Vince thing. I think it's this version of Cena doesn't fit in what currently WWE is doing. In my mind, like I feel like this Cena would work years ago. Like this outlandish, oh, I'm going to ruin wrestling. Oh, I don't know. It just doesn't work. Because people want to cheer Cena. People still want to like be Cena's fans. It's like
it's actually one of the first times everybody wants to cheer him.
Right, because they know his time is up. But it's like, what
I
are
thought
we
his
doing?
time was now.
No, it wasn't. It was now, but now it's not.
Oh,
But you can't see him. And it's like we're wasting this last year on like meaningless bullshit where he's wrestling R-Truth and now he's gonna wrestle Yeet Man on the pay-per-view in a tag match.
What if at the end of the year he's like, I'm sorry, I'll do another year. And then he's a good
all
guy.
would be forgiven.
That's
All would be forgiven if he just pretended like he never sold his soul and just like, all right, cool. That wasn't me. That was Pocket Universe Peacemaker. And this is all just a marketing scheme.
But also, like, anyone who can't wait to say Vince is right is a fucking weirdo. But the real issue is not that. Outside of the fact that I think that the character stinks, John Cena hasn't been good in years.
Yeah, no,
He just doesn't have it anymore.
The idea of Big Match John does not exist anymore.
This isn't the U.S. titled Open Challenge guy.
Right. I mean, I'd still love to see him try and go with like a Punk or a Styles again. Don't get me wrong.
The Orton match was shockingly good, and I think it might have been a fluke.
Right.
I'm afraid a Punk match might be terrible because there was that one Drew match with Punk that was like, yikes, what's happening here? I don't know what that was about, but I wonder if that's the Punk we would get against Cena.
I don't know, the couple of minutes that they both wrestled each other during the Elimination Chamber was all right.
It was,
because it was
fast.
short.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Speaking of McIntyre, him and Damian Priest had the Gage match.
The funniest part of this match is how pissed Jesse Ventura was that Priest won this match by walking out of the cage.
Jesse should not be on commentary.
Really?
He's normally not.
He's
normally not. The little bits of him that I heard I thought was good, though.
He's just like, I don't know. It just feels like when you're at Thanksgiving dinner and your uncle starts talking and you're like, oh man, what's he going to say? I'm a little nervous.
No, he's unproblematic.
I
Not
thought
problematic, but more of just like, he's going to say something embarrassing that reveals that he's like, doesn't watch the product.
I mean, he seemed like he knew who and what he was talking about. This can't be the case of like Jerry Lawler having 8x10s of all the wrestlers in front of him to like know who their names are. Like he seemed like he was prepared to talk about this match, and I thought that was nice.
The match stuff was fine. I didn't like the finish. It felt weird. Like, it almost seemed like a double turn to me. Damian Priest kind of, he did the concerto and then took the easy way out, so to speak, by just walking out of the cage. The crowd didn't like it. It felt weird.
Wonder what you do with Damian Priest, because I feel like I thought he had something when he was the world champ, but ever since he lost it, it's really hard to get behind him on anything.
Right.
Maybe you do turn him.
Stick him in the tag division. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, put him in the Wyatt Six.
I mean, and the thing with Drew McIntyre at this point, what much is left for him to do as a heel anyway? Like, I feel like they should just do a double turn, and Drew can go back to his bloodline hatred and probably get some good matches between him and Jacob Fatu.
I think Drew should have took that fat deal from Tony Khan a year ago.
What would he be doing?
More people.
Which stable would he be a part of right now? The
He'd be feuding
conglomeration?
with Jericho.
Would he be a branch on the Learning Tree, or would he be feuding with the Learning Tree? Or would he be in the Callis family?
I think.
Oh, he would definitely be in the Callis family.
Yeah, Callis family.
What's Heath Slater up to?
I don't know, but him and Rhino should return and be part of the tag division.
Rhino was on Ring of Honor tonight.
Fuck yeah. Rhino rules. They should rename it Rhino of Honor, and it's just a promotion about him.
We also had on Saturday night's main event what I think was Jey Uso's best match of his world title run.
Oh.
Him and Logan Paul was very good. I don't know. Say what you want about these two, and there's plenty to be said.
I have.
But it was a great match. I thought it was very, very good.
Sure. I'm not surprised that you think.
Help me understand. Cena thought it would be a good way to ruin wrestling by letting Logan Paul win the title because he's a YouTube loser.
Right.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be teaming with him at Money in the Bank, despite the fact that he thinks he sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get the vibe that he thinks he sucks. It was more.
I think
just
it's more
like
that he's an asshole.
Like he acknowledges that he's
like
bad for the industry.
Yeah, like he's gonna piss off the fans. What doesn't make sense is that Cena came out and interfered, leading to Logan Paul not even being able to win. Like, that was counterintuitive.
Well, no, wasn't this set up for him to help Logan Paul, and then that's when Cody came in?
I think this is leading to a Cena versus Logan Paul match.
Like, if that's how we get Cena to go back face, then sure.
Do you think it is how they get him to turn face, though? Or are they going to, like, do this weird heel thing?
Two-man
Is
power
there ever
trip?
a world where Logan Paul can be a babyface?
No.
I mean,
He's not in real life.
I mean,
I don't see how he could be fictionally.
He was in that Miz feud.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't know. There's no way you could get me to cheer Logan Paul.
I'm not asking
ever.
about you. I'm asking about other people.
Yeah,
the general
his,
public.
Even his hometown hates him. Like,
Yeah,
when
but-
they had SummerSlam
But if he was
in
a face,
Cleveland.
would they cheer him?
No,
I think
I highly doubt it.
with the proper writing, I think you could do it.
What if he went back to the Japanese force and put a big bar of soap in his mouth and said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
The Sydney Sweeney sorry.
Yeah, put the Sydney Sweeney soap in his mouth.
I want that soap so bad. Anyway, just like he would have to be with the right performer and would have to cut like a convincing enough promo. But I think he could. I think he's talented enough that he could sway the crowd. But anyway,
Well,
that's
Cody's
not
back.
here.
That's
nor
good.
there. Yeah, Cody Rhodes returned.
Loved that. About
Yes.
fucking time.
Yeah, that was
I'm
very
so-
surprising.
I'm so fucking tired of people going away. Like, where the hell is Roman Reigns? Nothing happened to him. CM Punk was back the next
He's like-
week.
Playing Street Fighter or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was studying.
Yeah.
How to
He's
become a
playing Street
fighter.
Fighter. You can do that at work.
You can
Not that I want Roman Reigns around. I think he fucking stinks. But like the fact that like, oh, these guys show up and then they disappear for months until they're needed again. It's like the Charlotte Flair thing, except she gets injured and then returns when she's needed again. I hate it.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes showing up was a big surprise. But can I tell you what was actually the most surprising thing about this show? Was the fact that Bushwhacker Luke is alive and was in attendance at the show.
I didn't know there was a dead Bushwhacker.
I think that happened recently. Like last year or something.
I thought Cody was doing the Regis thing.
No. Butch is dead.
I had no idea. I wonder if anyone listening to this podcast gets that joke, despite the fact that it's been a joke on this show for weeks. I guess we'll find out. How about Raw Talk? You guys want to do but the Raw Talk?
No, that's another podcast, I think.
It is. I think they had Bert Kreischer on this week.
Oh yeah, and the other his friend he called wrestling retarded.
When did he call wrestling retarded?
Like 2 years ago.
Oh, that's okay. He's right.
Huh, yeah.
Have you heard what we've been talking about for the last hour?
True.
And we can say it again because Trump is president. Comedy's legal again, and you can and the woke is gone. What's not gone is Seth Rollins cutting boring promos to open the show that we kind of talked about already.
Yep.
He did not explain Bronson. So there's that. Another thing I wanted to complain about on this Raw was Rusev beat up Tozawa as expected, and then Sheamus came out to make the save, and we are now going to do Sheamus versus Rusev in the year 2025.
That's all right.
No, it's not. We've seen that.
We watched it 10 years ago.
Yeah, but I haven't seen.
Go pop in a Peacock and watch it.
I like both these guys. It
It's
sounds
so
like
not
a fun
needed.
match.
You know what sounds fun is finding a way to get what's his butt from Imperium in there. Ludwig. Give me Ludwig.
Yeah.
Give me Ludwig and Rusev.
That'd be cool. They got to build to that. There's lore.
Just do it on Raw. There's not lore.
They can make some.
They did a qualifier match. They did 2 qualifier matches on this show, but one's worth talking about. Penta against Gable and Dragon Lee.
God.
Dragon Lee said, "Do not keep me in booking in catering ever again."
This match
Everybody
was insane.
showed out.
It was
This was like fucking nuts. Chad Gable. Okay, Penta did this like I don't even know how to describe it. He had Dragon Lee up in like a vertebreaker position, and then picked Chad Gable up in like a winged angel
Underhook pedigree thing.
underhook. Yeah, right, underhook thing, and then just like dropped Gable on his face.
But like, I watched it. Gable, I don't think he knew what he was supposed to do because he didn't tuck his chin at all. So he just ate it with his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like his entire face. I'm surprised he didn't get busted open because he
He's
was like
completely
holding
fine.
his face too.
He was completely fine. He got busted open later,
Yeah.
but
In a
he
different
just
way.
rolled out of the ring and kept going, which is nuts. Insane spot. But this whole match was a hoot. A
Yeah,
hoot. They
also,
should put all of them in the Money in the Bank.
Dragon Lee like diving from the ring to the table looked nuts the way that it was shot on the camera. It just looked like he came flying out of nowhere. Just totally ate it on the table.
They're building to Gable and Vikingo, who they haven't told us anything. They just say he's a wrestler, which is fine. Like, I think people picked up on that. But he did kick. Stop snoring. He did kick Gable in the face and break his ass open. And it was great. Tremendous stuff. And what else happened here? Rollins had a match where he qualified for Money in the Bank. Who else is in this? Sammy and Balor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is Seth Rollins in Money in the Bank?
Because they want you to think he could win it.
Yeah, but like, I don't want that.
Heist of the century.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win it. I think he's there to make you think he could.
Braun Breaker being in the match would be far more interesting.
Well, who's in the match currently?
Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa for some fucking reason. And I think that's it. Oh, Penta, of course, Penta.
This is not shaping up to be too good, folks.
No. Like, they should have just put Penta, Dragon Lee, and Gable in this match.
I think Penta should win.
Yeah, I think so.
And they haven't announced any qualifiers on SmackDown yet, have they?
For this Friday?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, here we go. Andrade, Jacob Fatu, and Carmelo Hayes.
Oh.
Yeah, Penta should win. What a weird men's Money in the Bank we're getting, because the women one looks strong.
Yeah, with
like
Alexa
Roxanne,
Bliss,
Julia, Rhea, and Alexa,
Rhea.
and then like apparently Jade, Nia, or Naomi will be in there. That's going to be a great match. And
For
then
sure.
I guess one other person.
So do you think Nia takes that qualifier, and then you have Jade and Naomi fight each other again?
Again?
Oh.
No. Nia keeps losing. She can't. Maybe she does. I think you put Jade in there or Naomi, and then let one of them take the other one out during. The match.
Like interference.
Yeah, that makes
that'd
sense.
be cool. Yeah.
I think Roxanne should win that one, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And what else we got here?
Talk about NXT.
Briefly, because JC Jane won the women's championship. Abruptly. Like some mild interference from her partner who doesn't like her led to her winning, and Stephanie Vaquero lost the title.
It's weird considering that the day before, not the day before, like a couple days before, Jordan Grace couldn't win the title, but JC Jane does.
Jordan Grace didn't have help.
I guess so.
I mean, it wasn't a clean finish by any means, but if they're both getting called up, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just don't know how you build a division around JC Jane. Like, I like her, but like, you don't got a lot going on here. I also noticed that Tatum Paxley has dolls now of her fired friends.
Huh.
I know we talked about it last time I was here about how it seems in bad taste. Now it is. Now it very much is, because these dolls are not coming back.
Yeah.
They also set up Mike Santana against Trick Williams for the TNA Championship next week.
I did not know that he was around. Is he
the promo?
is he TNA guy?
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
Santana? Okay.
The promo that he cut on Trick Williams, good morning, was so fucking good. He talked circles around Trick Williams. It made me think like, oh, Mike Santana should not be in TNA. He should be here. Like,
Yeah. I mean, he can hang out with the other ex-AEW guys.
I don't want that.
They
need to
they
do
love
an
doing
NXT
it, though.
They need to do an NXT roster split where they put the AEW guys in the trash and then the rest of them can be on NXT.
What?
I don't want to watch Ben 10 and Ethan Page and Ricky Stanks. Like,
I like
outta
Ricky
here.
Saints.
what is the Revolution? What is that?
It's televised.
He does his little pose with his little light show, and that's it.
Yeah.
What is
He's
that?
cool.
What are you doing?
He exudes cool.
No, I don't think he's cool at all, actually. There's nothing about him that's cool. Except maybe like being in shape. That's pretty cool.
Damn.
Anyway, speaking of cool, this show is going to be a cool long one because we're going to take another break and then talk about whatever news is there to talk about. Not much. We'll be back for a short thing before we close it out. Goodbye. And we're back with the segment everybody's been begging for.
Fuck you.
Everybody's been wanting it. They said, Paul, you guys normally start with the news, but this time you started with Double or Nothing and Roadblock. Why aren't you doing the news? Because we want you to tune in for the whole show, folks. Huge news to talk about. The biggest news in wrestling this year, probably. Tony Khan is mad about WWE counter programming AEW, which has led to I don't know, a lot of fucking bookings. So Great American Bash will be taking place in Atlanta, which I guess is supposed to be nearby something. And
Beyonce.
What? Beyonce's in Houston.
No,
That's where she lives, but
She's from Houston.
she's doing a show in Atlanta that same weekend.
well, right
Oh,
now
okay.
she's in MetLife.
I hate to break it to you guys. There's not a crossover audience there. She's going to do just fine no matter where NXT runs.
I don't know, man.
So Great American Bash is happening in Atlanta in July. Am I reading this right? Yeah.
Sounds right.
And then Saturday night's main event and Evolution will be happening the next day. How does this work? Wait, Great American Bash and Saturday night's main event are on the same day. And then Evolution is on Sunday, which I assume is going to be the same as the last Evolution, where it's just all the ladies.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
if,
I get of Evolution
are we sure?
Evolve mixed up.
I mean, there hasn't been any confirmation that Evolution is an all-women's pay-per-view.
Why
The first time
wouldn't
they did
Something
it
else.
is because they were amidst a women's revolution and were, it was in response to the backlash that the company had received regarding the lack of female talent and the lack of opportunities.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah,
it
so
could be
things
a-
are a little different now. What if
Come on.
Evolution 2025 is an all-black show?
You can't
I like the way
do
you
the
said
bit
that.
when B-Rob's not here.
I like the way you said that.
I think
Right? I
hear me
mean,
out.
Triple
I think it
H
should
getting
be-
a lot of criticism.
I think it should be an
I
all
mean-
men's show. The women had it last time.
Oh.
Oh, man.
All,
Right, but what
all-
if...
all of the straight white males of the roster come together
Goo!
for one night.
Put Trick Williams in the main event defending the TNA title. You've got
Against who? Name another. Against who? Name another.
R-Truth.
Tyler Black.
Aleister Black?
Oh my god, they should absolutely main event it with Seth Rollins versus Aleister Black.
Wow, what a problematic show this is.
This weekend you invite me on.
I did
But
not
the craziest
realize.
thing about this news story, Paul, I think you were about to get to it, is that it is happening the same weekend as AEW All In Texas.
Okay, so what?
They did it again.
Did what?
Booked a show on the same night as the other company.
Who fucking cares?
You can't tell me they're not doing it on purpose, though.
They might be. Who cares?
But what? I can't watch both at the same time.
Yeah, I care as someone who hosts a fucking podcast about this shit.
How many people
much
that are
wrestling.
buying tickets to go to All In Texas are like, oh man, I gotta sell these because Trick Williams might wrestle? That's
Look,
at this point, I do think that this is a different audience. Like, there are definitely the people who watch both because they're
Yeah.
sickos, but like, the appeal between the two is so drastically different. The other story came out that because AEW is running a bunch of shows at the ECW arena, that I think WWE booked it the week before.
yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, then go to all the shows.
That's too many.
That's not. Then don't go to the WWE one. Go to the shows you want to go to. You're not forced to do any of this.
But what? I need to see Trick Williams. I need to see Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
It's not a sentence anyone has ever uttered.
I thought his
He
name
might
was-
wrestle Rhino or the Sandman.
Oh,
But if you
yeah.
go to if you go to the AEW show, there's a chance you might see Two Dimes again.
Oh fuck! Isn't he in that faction with the What's that? The frat house?
What, the Trust Busters? Oh wait, the Frat House. God, Frat House. I have
I think
thoughts
you guys are going
about
to talk about the frat house. I don't even know what the frat house is.
Tell them what the
It's-
frat house is, Noah.
God, I saw them for the first time on this week's episode of Dynamite. Apparently, they have been around in ROH. What I gather is that they are like Chase U, but a bunch of frat bros, and the only guys that I recognize, because I don't watch a lot of ROH, is Griff Garrison's there, and also Preston 10, who you might remember as being the number 10 from the Dark Order. I said Preston Vance, right?
Isn't he a child?
You said Preston 10.
Preston Vance. And it really seems like the thing they have going for them is that where most heels show up in a town and they start chastising, the people from that town about like, oh, sucky sports team, I hate those guys, and everyone goes boo. These people do it, but with, oh, your local college sucks, and everyone goes, oh,
all they run
here.
are college towns, so it makes sense.
They need to run in Huntsville, Texas, and be like, Sam Houston State sucks, and everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah. Checks out.
It's like the natural born thrillers, just a bunch of white dudes.
It sounds lame. So yeah, the 2300 shows that they're doing. So WWE's doing one, and then AEW's doing several. It sounds like
doing a residency.
Oh, like they did with
The gaming place,
Fort
in
Worth
Texas.
thing. Yeah. So what's the problem? Are they worried that everyone in Philly is going to go spend all their money on WWE and then not have any money to buy an AEW?
In this economy, yes.
AEW sells tickets for like multiple events for the price of half.
Yeah, but the tariffs.
That's true. They have to charge an extra random percentage for every person who's not American on their roster.
The big, beautiful NXT deal.
The big, beautiful Bill. He's part of the Jericho staple.
Fuck.
Does Tony Khan have to pay extra every time Will Ospreay flies over for a show?
He does. Ospreay doesn't live in the U.S.
Only if he comes on a shipping container. I don't know. I'm so sick of this. Oh, this counter programming bullshit. Like, watch what you want, and if you can't watch both, I'm sorry, but like,
no, I need to be tribalistic as possible. I need to wish death on one brand more than the other.
So Peacock is a thing. They just have it all on there.
You can watch it on your phone
tomorrow.
in the building that you paid tickets for the other show. Who gets the Sandman? Do you think anybody books the Sandman?
One better, I swear to fuck.
They didn't last time.
Yeah, but at least AEW's going to be there for like a month. They better.
There's no excuse.
Exactly. If they
Last
don't,
time I tried to get one of their writers to book the Sandman, he ignored me for a few weeks.
He ignores all of us. It's okay.
Well, no, it's different. He doesn't know who you are.
Oh, okay.
He's like the sleepy guy? I don't know him.
He doesn't know I'm the sleepy guy because of that. That's just being racist because of my eyes.
Okay, but how hot's your mom, though?
Fuck off.
Another piece of news that everyone's really excited about. I know, especially Cody. There was a period of time on this podcast where we were informing people that SmackDown is a very horrible show that no one should watch ever. And it has drastically improved since then. And one of the things that we talked about at that time was the good news is after WrestleMania, it's going to go back to 2 hours. Well, folks, the time has come. It is after WrestleMania. And it turns out USA Network really likes 3 hours. So SmackDown is 3 hours.
No.
We need to get more Berto.
I mean, it makes sense because, professional wrestling on television really draws a lot of eyes to advertisements. So
it's live TV. Anything live is
on a Friday.
Huge thing for advertisers.
It's live TV with a huge audience that makes sure to make that program appointment viewing. So yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's the thing about ratings talk is that what people don't understand now is like, oh, the ratings are down or whatever. It's like, yeah, the ratings are down, but that's the only live product on at that time. That's guaranteed eyes, as opposed to before where it's like, oh, the ratings are down because it's a dog shit show. If it's live, that's priority for the network. It's priority for the advertisers. It's a big deal.
Like, that blows anything else that they have on that schedule out of the water unless that channel has, like, sports.
Or the
Here's
Chrisleys.
the thing. Exactly. The Chrisleys are back. And, you know, did they make this 3-hour decision before the pardon? I saw, what did I see? It might have been on the Today Show. I saw Savannah, not Guthrie, but Savannah Chrisley, full MAGA'd out, like with a sweatsuit on and a MAGA hat, and it was all pink. She looked like a buffoon. And she was talking about how they are coming back to reality TV, but it's going to be on Lifetime.
Oh, good.
And that seems silly because you could easily shave SmackDown down to an hour if you had the Chrisleys back. But yeah, they've gone full grift if you've seen those Chrisleys lately, which I guess makes sense. Like, you got the family out of jail, you might as well do a little parade for the president.
I think it also makes a lot of sense that USA would want this after they lost their other 3-hour wrestling program to Netflix. So
I think that, we were saying that at the time. That's like, they got SmackDown, but like, they want 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's just like Netflix probably wants 3 hours. I keep seeing people be complaining about like, oh, the numbers are back to where they were. That's what they signed up for.
I like that Raw ends at like 2 hours and 36 minutes.
I fucking don't.
I love it.
That shit should be 3 hours. I'm having a good time on Mondays. Mondays, I'm ready for a good time. And then they take it from me when I'm not ready. Anyway, that's the latest in the news. Does anyone else have anything else to say about anything we might not have gotten to?
The coach said Vince wants to buy the WWE again.
Who said that?
Jonathan Coachman.
I don't give a fuck what that guy says.
Yeah.
That's like someone saying, did you see what Maven put on YouTube? No, never. I will never see what Maven put on YouTube.
You don't watch Maven?
I don't give a fuck what he does. I don't care what Jonathan Coachman does. They were part of the worst era of wrestling. Goodbye. Enjoy your grift on the people who are mad that they can't watch NXT and AEW at the exact same time. Get 2 TVs, you poor.
Wow.
People used to watch Raw and Nitro on 2 TVs. Nobody complained.
Stack those CRTs on top of each other.
Yeah. If you're a real fan who wants to watch it all, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Now I got TV and iPad. I have iPad on my lap and TV on my entertainment center.
Good news, everybody. I'm about to have my video game consoles plugged in again.
Yeah!
We're so close. I ordered
2K?
I ordered a TV console. Yes, we can. From West Elm that shipped in 2 boxes. And one of them arrived. And the other box got stuck and shipped back to where it came from. And I believe it's on its way. So next Wednesday, I should have a completed TV console. I can mount the TV on the wall. I can plug all my shit in and put a little chair up there while I wait for the couch that we're going to order. It's going to take months because it's custom. And then I will be able to play video games.
You can play that Star Wars Outlaws DLC.
Star Wars Outlaws DLC. Did you know they made a Division DLC? Remember The Division?
What?
It just came out. They put a whole new part of the map out and a whole new piece of story. I thought Ubisoft was in the mud. Here they are making a fucking Division sequel out of nowhere. Great ass game. I'm going to get Eric Brady to play that with me again. And then we'll say that was worth $15 for one night of fun. I'm going to play the Star Wars Outlaws DLC. I'm going to play WWE 2K, whatever year is current.
25.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah. You didn't get a chance to play Shadows yet.
I didn't. What else is out? Is GTA 6 out yet? I'm going to play that.
You play Astrobot yet?
I got bad news.
You play Astrobot?
Yeah, Astrobot rules.
Never played Astrobot. Heard it was good on this podcast I used to listen to, but they haven't updated it in a while.
It's good. It's good stuff.
It's real good.
I might replay the Spider-Mans so I can catch up to where Cody's at the middle of the first game.
What?
Got some new Last of Us games to buy, and by new Last of Us games, I mean old Last of Us games.
Slightly better graphics. Here's what I want from the Last of Us games. They should put a DLC out that reskins Joel and Ellie to be Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey.
This was your same argument about how they should have MCU cards and Marvel Snap.
They fucking should. Why?
I'm surprised they don't.
Especially at this point, like, why aren't there MCU variant cards? They have fucking like,
because then you gotta pay Robert Downey Jr. to use his likeness.
That's what Iron Man looks like. You don't have to pay him. That's what he looked like before they cast him.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's what he looked like.
No, it isn't.
Next, you're gonna tell me Nick Fury didn't look like Samuel L. Jackson.
He did.
Nick Fury was white.
No.
Yeah, and then he was Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
And then they cast Samuel L. Jackson.
What does Michael Jackson have?
Because when they drew him like that, they were like, "Oops, we didn't ask Samuel L. Jackson." And Samuel L. Jackson was like,
"Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's cool as long as I get to be in the movie."
I thought the story was they did ask him, and that was what he said.
No, they asked him after they already did it. Like they did it. They published
LOL,
it, and they went,
said, "LOL
Oops.
movies, not us. We sold all the rights to our stars." Yeah, that's great.
What's that disease Michael Jackson had?
What about Michael
Not
Jackson?
pedophilia. Yeah, vitiligo. He's got that in reverse. Nick
Isn't
Fury.
that where Donald Trump lives?
Mar-a-Lago.
That's where his wife's
Jackson
buried.
had Mar-a-Lago.
Cody, I always wanted to go to
Michael
that.
Jackson's dead.
I always wanted to...
I had no idea.
Well, that's the wrestling news.
You're telling me this for the first time.
I guess I'll do the thing. Will, do you want to do your usual closer that you like to do? Or are you going to fall asleep while I say goodbye to everybody?
And if you have sleep apnea, please don't die.
Well, folks, we didn't get all of it. But we'll try again next week. I think we're all here next week, right? Like, B-Rob's back and...
B-Rob will be back.
Yeah. We're all going to see Friendship again, and we're going to torture B-Rob next week talking about it. Thank you for listening. See you next week. Goodbye.
I'm not here next week.
What?
Oh, so I'm back? Cool.
No, we'll get Maxwell.
I'll be in New York.
You've been listening to a Fatal 4 podcast. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts and visit fatal4pod.com for more episodes, merchandise, and info on the Patreon.
Damn. R.I.P. Regis Philbin. I had no idea.